All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the elect of the nation of Israel. I'm on my lunch break, just thinking about a couple of things regarding Tuesday, the Tuesday camp. You know, me and another brother were talking afterwards, basically talking about how, you know, if the Most High took away that hedge of protection, you know, we would basically be through, you know. And I just wanted to get a couple of scriptures going into, you know, how really the scariest thing in this truth is falling out of it, you know. And so I'm just going to get a couple of scriptures, a couple of precepts, Lord willing, is edifying. So it's Proverbs chapter 21, verse 16. It says, the man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. Okay? And so if you're in the congregation of the dead, the end of your story is destruction, man. Okay? And so that's why we really need to have that reverence of Yahweh Shem Yashai, Baruch Shah. Don't take me out of this truth. You know, Yahweh Shem Yashai, Baruch Shah. Let me be fruitful in this thing. Baruch Shah, let me be brotherly in this thing. Okay? Because like I said, if you walk out off of that path, okay, of righteousness and go off into darkness, man, that hedge of protection will be removed from you that we have. Okay, so this is let me see. This is Hebrews chapter 6, verse 7. All right, it says, "For the earth which drinketh in the rain that cometh oft upon it, and bringeth forth herbs, meat for them, by whom it is dressed, receiveth blessing from the Most High." Okay, and those herbs that bring forth that fruit, okay, is us, man. We are nourished. That seed is planted, okay, and we become fruitful vines. We become, you know, fruitful trees, okay, spiritually when you look at it. So, in that rain, that hydration, that's that spiritual understanding. That's that breath, okay, that's breathed upon those who the Most High has given understanding. All right. And so that is the blessing that comes from the Most High. This understanding is by far the greatest blessing that we can receive on this side. All right. Verse 8, it says, "But that which beareth thorns and briars is rejected." Okay. So if you bring forth thorns, okay, and I'm gonna get that word briars real quick, if it'll let me. Okay, that was bringing forth thorns and briars. The word in the Greek is trebulos. It says a thistle, a prickly plant that is hurtful to other plants. Okay, so basically a thorny plant. If you are being nurtured to bring forth fruits, and you bring forth thorns, the Most High is not going to have pleasure in that. You see, it says that which beareth thorns and briars is rejected, and that's those who have hardened their hearts to this word. The majority of our people have done that, man. They've hardened their hearts, okay, to the words of the Most High. They can't take correction. All right, they've gone off into their own philosophy in order to satisfy their own lusts, okay, for their own independent reasons. And they're not, ultimately it comes down to they're not valuing the word of the Most High. Okay, it says, verse 8, "But that which beareth thorns and briars is rejected, and is nigh unto cursing, whose end is to be burned." Okay, and that's ultimately what is left, okay, for the people that do not decide to get in line with the Lord. Okay, and also too, those men who fall out of the truth, okay, Most High is gonna get you too, man. We're gonna get any of us who decide to back out or any of that stuff, man. We wouldn't deserve the kingdom if we did that. Okay. So I'm gonna get this real quick. In Luke chapter, let me see, is it Luke chapter 9, I think? 9 and 63, I believe. 9 and 62. It's Luke chapter 9, verse 62. It says, and Yahushua said unto him, no man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of the Most High. Okay, when we come out on the highways and byways and we proclaim that we believe in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, we have put our hand to the plow. So if you look back, okay, there is no retribution after that. Okay, no retribution after that. Let's see here. Okay, so yeah, here's an example. Okay, this is 2 Timothy chapter 4. All right, verse 10. It says, for Demas hath forsaken me, having loved this present world. See, that's what happens. You fall in love with the world too much, and you value the things the comforts that this world can provide over the kingdom, basically, over the Lord. Because really we're supposed to love the Lord. The kingdom is a plus. It's a fulfillment, okay, of his promise that he made. But we follow his commandments, we follow his orders because we love him. Okay? And that reward comes from obedience. So if you value the present world over the world that the Most High has promised in righteousness to those who are obedient unto him, then guess what, man? Your destruction is going to come upon you like a thief in the night. Okay? It says, for Demas hath forsaken me, and this is Paul speaking here, okay, to Timothy. And let me just get this word Demas. It might have some edification on it. Demas hath forsaken me. We don't want to forsake the truth, man. Okay, we don't want to forsake the elders that brought us up, the apostles that brought us up, the brothers that brought us in and edified us. We don't want to, and ultimately we don't want to neglect and turn our back on Yahweh Shai. Okay, we have to follow him and not turn back. So it says Demas, which means a governor of the people. Demas was a companion of Paul, who deserted the apostle when he was a prisoner at Rome and returned to Thessalonica. So guess what? Okay. During the time of tribulation and temptation, Demas fled, man. Okay. He fled from Paul because he wasn't faithful. All right. And that reminds me of the scripture here in Sirach chapter 6. All right. Let me see. Ecclesiasticus chapter 6. There we go. Verse 7. Okay. It says, if thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him. For some man is a friend for his own occasion, and will not abide in the day of thy trouble. Okay. And so that's what Demas was, man. He was a friend of occasion. Okay. And he did not abide in the day of tribulation and temptation. Okay. And those men aren't Yahweh's friends. Okay. Those men aren't the friends of the Lord. Matter of fact, let me get this here. Let me get this real quick in John. I believe it's in John chapter 15. Yep. This is John chapter 15, verse 14. It says, ye are my friends if ye do whatsoever I command you. Henceforth I call you not servants, for the servant knoweth not what his Lord doeth. But I have called you friends, For all things that I have heard of my Father, I have made known unto you. So if the Most High has been revealing secrets unto you, okay, through the Spirit, okay, and you basically just you take that and you run from it, or you take that information and you just kind of toss it to the side for the pleasures of a season, man. The Most High is not gonna have no pleasure in you, man. Okay, like how it says in Hebrews. Let me see. All right, this is Hebrews chapter 10. All right, and you know what? I'm gonna start at verse 35. I'm gonna end off on this. It says, "Cast not away therefore your confidence, which hath great recompense of reward." All right, so we don't take this truth and throw it off to the side. We are supposed to be continuing to stay diligent, okay, and to give our diligence to make our calling and election sure. Because if we fall out, man, like I said, hey, the time of Jacob's trouble that we warn our people about is going to come unto us as well, okay, and we're going to be partakers in that death by pain that the scriptures speak about if we don't adhere to the words of the Lord, because we're not exempt either. All right, it says, verse 36, for ye have need of patience, that after ye have done the will of the Most High, ye might receive the promise. All right, because if you don't receive the promise, then then you're gonna have to pay for your sins. There's not gonna be any protection from the Most High unto you. All right, it says, for ye have need of patience. I read that already. Verse 37, for yet a little while, and he that shall come will come and will not tarry. Now Yahushua isn't coming back to bring dandelions and cotton candy to everyone. He's coming back to issue out judgment upon the planet Earth. Okay, starting with us, starting with his people. Okay, it says, verse 38. Now the just shall live by faith. Why is that? Because we don't see Yahushua with our eyes, but we see him spiritually. Okay, faith is the substance of things not seen. Okay, or the evidence of things not seen. It says, but if any man draw back, and this is the point, if any man draw back, my soul shall have no pleasure in him. Right? Because you've proven yourself to be faithless. Okay, which is something that the Most High, like we said, has no pleasure in. All right, verse 39, it says, but we are not of them who draw back unto perdition, but of them that believe to the saving of the soul. All right, so there's a group of those who believe, and there's a group of those who doubt, those who do not believe. And we hope and pray to be of the number of people that do believe in the Lord as we continue on in this walk of ours. All right, and that's why we fear falling out, because we know that if we do that, it would be better off if we was basically never born, man. Okay, that's the worst punishment you can get. An Israelite that came into the truth and knew about the Lord, knew the name of the Lord, and still forsook him. Okay, man. Talk about getting the death of Esau. Fuck around, your death might be worse than Esau, man. Okay, now you're gonna come back in the kingdom. You're gonna come back right, but man, that ass whooping, man. You're supposed to fear, man. You're supposed to fear, you know. Hey, so Lord willing, it's an edifying lesson. With that, I'm gonna give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Dub honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the elect. Shalom.